Michael Chandler thinks Kevin Holland is a horrible matchup for Michael Venom Page. The two are set to fight at UFC 299 in March. Speaking to Steve-O, Chandler said, I think Kevin Holland is a horrible matchup for him. I think Kevin Holland probably beats him, but I like MVP as a person. I think he's a cool dude. Michael Venom Page, I've got mixed feelings about him. I don't like his style. I think it's annoying. He just kind of moves around like that drunken warrior karate style, but he's got some ridiculous knockouts. When I say ridiculous knockouts, the dude's got some ridiculous spinning kicks and back elbows. He's broken people's faces and all kinds of finishes. He's a highlight reel kind of guy. Justin Gaethje and Islam Makhachev had words on X. Justin posted this yesterday. He wrote, waiting on the call, ready when you are at UFC at Dana White. Let's see who can kick the other's head off first. At Islam, Bronx had his shot and didn't show up for the rematch. It is what it is. Islam responded today. He wrote, I could do more than kicking. Be careful. Cody Garbrandt is not interested in a rematch against Dominick Cruz. Speaking to ESPN, Cody said, honestly, that fight doesn't interest me. What else am I supposed to do with that guy? I mean, go in and knock him out this time? That's the only thing that would go put a statement or top that. It's so hard to top that performance. At the end of the day, Deiveson Figueiredo coming to the bantamweight division and having a win over Rob Font, I go knock Deiveson out and it puts me right back in title contention. That's what I'm here to do. I don't want to be a runner-up in this sport. I always want to be at the top. I think that fight stylistically and everything it mounts to puts me back in the top. Aljamain Sterling reveals he was shocked at how low the pay-per-view numbers were for his fight against Sean O'Malley. Aljo says he wishes he would have not taken the fight and waited a little bit longer.
Something with my lady, and I got the pay-per-view numbers, and me and her were going through it, and I'm just like, these are the numbers that this guy was trying to say, like he's this big pay-per-view star. I'm just like, oh my God. And then when I saw the numbers, I literally said to her, if I had any idea this is what the numbers would have been, if I could have predicted that this is what it would have been, my would have waited and taken my vacation then and then gear up to fight now. Because this is ultimately when they said I would be able to fight in like January, February, March, because if I didn't fight in August, I wouldn't have any other spots. So it is what it is. I rolled the dice. I trusted that the bag was going to be this wow, blow me away kind of thing, bigger than all the other ones. It wasn't. So with that being said, it is what it is. I'm still happy I made some extra money. I had a really good year. I can't complain about that. Life's good. I can take care of myself. I can take care of my family.
Daniel Cormier and Ben Askren speak on how Leon Edwards would do in the middleweight division.
Do you think if Leon Edwards was to go up, though, do you think he can compete with those guys?
Yeah, Leon's really
He's good,
impressive.
man.
But could he outstrike Sean? He could, but I'm not like he's way better than Sean. I don't feel that way at all.
No, I'm not saying he's way better than Sean, but I'm saying like it would seem as though the style matchup would be as ideal for him as anything he's going to find, right? Because at some point, one of those wrestlers at 185 is going to find the way to that championship. And then it becomes difficult. But I mean, does it really become difficult? Because we've seen Leon Edwards in there with wrestling dudes, and they can't do nothing with him.
He's actually a pretty good wrestler.
He's gotten better, bro.
Well, I'll tell you, I noticed it for the first time. Well, this is a long time. This is when I was fighting still. I went to London. He fought Gunnar Nelson, who's a pretty damn good wrestler, grappler type guy. And he really schooled. I expected what I expected in that fight. If it was grappling exchange, that Gunnar would be able to get the better of him, both in the wrestling and the ground. And that if it stayed on the feet, then Leon would win. But Gunnar got beat in every area. Leon beat
every
him
area.
Grappling,
So Leon Edwards is so good, bro. He's so good that he makes it look easy. And people don't like when it looks easy. People don't like that.
Stephen Thompson thinks he broke his foot by kicking Shavkat's elbow at UFC 296.
Kick went exactly as planned. Actually, that's what happens when you don't follow the game plan. You get submitted in the second round, okay? All right, anyway, moving on. I actually came out of the fight pretty much unscathed, other than the fact that I think I broke my foot with a good body kick right to the elbow. Another thing, don't kick your opponent in the elbow, because that sucks. So I apparently have a broken foot, but I'm itching to get back in the gym and start working out again. So
Michael Chandler believes Conor McGregor is trying to wait him out so he can get an easier fight. Chandler said, I think right now he's trying to wait me out. I mean, because if you were him, would you want to wait as long as possible for the guy like me, who's a real fighter, who wants to be in there, who wants to compete so that I say, screw it, I'm going to go fight someone else, and then he can go get an easier fight, Nate Diaz. It looks really bad on everyone's part if Conor comes back and doesn't fight me. Conor can try to come back and act like he runs the show and say, I want to fight this guy, I want to fight that guy, which if I was in his position, if I was his manager, I would be trying to do the same thing because fighting me is not the smartest fight. Chandler posted this to his Instagram today. He wrote, you'll never learn to fly if you're afraid to leave the comfort of the ground. Walk on, see you at the top. Ooh. Sean O'Malley questions if the UFC loses money when Conor McGregor fights.
You know what's crazy is Conor's supposedly just begging for a fight. Give me a fight. Let me fight, daddy. UFC, Conor says his patience wearing thin over UFC inactivity. I wonder if he's making so much money per fight that it's like really just not that beneficial to the UFC. Like they're losing money when he fights. I wonder if like his deal's structured in a way like it's like
they're not gonna make much money.
Yeah.
Probably. They just want to save him, want him healthy for UFC 300.
Well, it seems like he's not even he's trying to get on that.
And it sucks. I mean, even Nate Diaz said, UFC 300 would be sweet, but there's no one for me to fight.
And then Dustin Poirier said him versus Nate would be.
That would be so sick.
That would be sick.
I wonder if they're thinking about that. But rumor has it that Dustin was the only one who's not champion that gets pay-per-view points. And the UFC didn't like that. But that's a huge fight. Two southpaws, boxers. That is a sick
It's
fight.
not a main
I'd love to
event for
see
UFC 300. I don't feel like. It's a sick fight. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm not hating, but I'm just like, God, I don't know.
If that was the main event, 5 rounds,
Conor
I'd be
Chandler
pumped.
would be.
But the whole card's going to be stacked to the prelims. So.
Yeah.
A few days ago, Khamzat Chimaev hinted that a fight against Israel Adesanya was in the works. Khamzat posted this to his Instagram. The first picture is Khamzat attempting to choke out Kamaru Usman, and the next slide is Izzy. In the caption, Khamzat tweeted a shushing face emoji. Izzy responded to Khamzat today. Izzy posted DMs to his Instagram story. Izzy wrote, LOL, where are they getting this bull from? And on the screenshot, Izzy wrote, y'all believe anything. Gullible gobblers. And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. These comments are in reference to Dricus du Plessis sending respect to Sean Strickland. The first one's from Daniel Gonzalez. It says, heaps of respect to Dricus for keeping it real about Strickland. The second one's from John Jones. It says, way to kill the hype, Dricus. Chael is going to be mad. And the final one's from Trapway666. It says, what a professional response from Dricus. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.